by okay. Ever since I was a young boy, I've adored nature, even in camping and things. Now I've been ever since I was a young boy, I've always enjoyed nature, camping, getting in tune with the outdoors. National Geographic and Discovery and the Science Channel or other and numerous other networks depict what goes on in the outdoors. Well, everything from animals, trees, plants, wood, you name it, they got it. Now, one thing that it occurs is the process of petrification. Tell me, what is petrification? Well, according to Webster's Dictionary website, it's the process of turning some plant material into stone by infiltration with water carrying mineral particles without changing the original shape. Now, I'll go into three major aspects of petrification, which is trees, fossils, and wood. According to cha-cha.com, a tree falls to the ground when, in some rare cases, it is covered in mud before it decays. Petrified Forest National Park's website explains that some logs were buried by sediment before decomposed while volcanoes to the west spew tons of ash into the atmosphere. Speaking of volcanoes, let's take for instance Mount St. Helens, the 1980 eruption. March 30th of that year, the eruption melted the glacial ice, precipitating a flood on the south side of the mountain. Trees ranging in various sizes were stripped of their side branches and roots. The logs were buried in volcanic ash with a predominant stream orientation. This is very important because it prevented oxygen from getting into the logs, which would cause them to decay. Tremendous pressure was released within the mountain as a result of a rock slide that was caused by the May 18th eruption of 1980. The top 400 meters of the surface, the top 400 meters of the mountain was blown out in a explosion, a catastrophic explosion, which is the equivalent to 500 Hiroshima atomic bombs. According to fossils-facts and science.com, fossils are petrified by freezing, which is refrigeration, drying, which is desiccation, asphalt, which is famous in the La Via Target in downtown Los Angeles. How Hancock Park is known for its plasticine fossils that was pulled from the pit. Those fossils range between 10 to 40,000 years old. And amber is another way, the fourth way fossils are petrified. It's done in the case of perfection of presentation with insects, spiders, and small lizards. Wood, as we can see, could somebody grab the light? Wood, according to mishrops.org, petrification occurs underground with wood when buried under sediment. Mineral-rich water flowing through the sediment deposits minerals in the plant cells, and as the plant's lignin and cellulose decay away, a stone model forms into its place. That's also according to the website mentioned above. Now, as we can see, here's a log that's in Petrified Forest National Park in northeast Arizona. Next slide. The Chinley Formation has colorful badland hills. That's also in Petrified Forest. Flat top mesa, sculpture and books of the painted dense desert. Next slide. The Blue Mesa member consists of thick deposits of gray, blue, and purple green mudstones and minor sandstone beds, the most famous being the newspaper rock sandstone. It's best exposed in Petrified Forest teepees area. It dates back to between 220 and 225 million years. Next slide. That's in conclusion, petrification is fossilization which dissolves minerals that replace organic matter. Petrification is one of the footprints of human history.